Welcome back to Meh Poker. It's been a while since I did a video. We're back with the Octopi Poker training tool, and they are offering, or I guess still offering for the next 2 days, a 12-week study program leading up to the World Series of Poker. It actually started 2 weeks ago, so there's 10 weeks remaining. And I did sign up. I signed up 2 weeks ago for the new to trainer solver program. They have a new track, and then if you've been around for a while with trainers and solvers, then they have that track too. But I'm doing the new track, and it was $90, I think, for 12 weeks, and you get full access to everything. First, like I said, 2 weeks are done, but the first 2 weeks are kind of like review. And it's kind of like kind of where to raise first into a pot, and just sort of when to raise, when to defend your big blind, things like that. It didn't play the whole hand. It was just kind of starting hands primer, so to speak. And they're going to be doing 10 more weeks leading up to the World Series of Poker. They're going to have leaderboards, some prizes for the leaders. I don't think I'll be one of those leaders, but regardless, I'm doing it to try to make myself better, not to impress anyone or necessarily win anything, although it would be nice. So they are. It's 2 weeks in, but you can still sign up now and still get 10 weeks of it for $90. But they're coming out with like some sort of new program, new I don't know, function of the site starting on Monday. Today is March 14th, so Monday, this March 16th, is when week 3 starts, and that's when this whole new rollout is set to happen. So for now, you can still sign up during the next 2 days. I'm not sponsored by them, not paid by them, nothing like that. So I just want to give you kind of an overview of what we've gone over the last 2 weeks. So we have a week 1 and week 2 5-day trials, or I don't know, programs. So you have, let's see, what do we got here? This says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, all pre-flop stuff. And then week 2, day 1, week 2, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. And so this is kind of how it is. So I can just show you what they did sort of for day 1, week 1. You just click train, you upload these to my drills, and what they recommend doing is that you do at least 50 hands for the new to solver people, and then we're gonna, I think, click raise. Why not? And then we'll fold. So they recommend 50 hands. It does not stop automatically. It you just have to time it yourself, and then you screenshot your result and post it on their Discord channel. Their Discord channel has been really helpful. Actually, it's been kind of active. I don't know how active it was prior to them coming out with this program, the 12-week WSOP program, but it has been ooh, am I supposed to fold 10s there from a big blind raise or re-raise? I don't know. Re-raise. Okay. I guess I really think we should just call here and not go all in. Okay, good. Sorry. And so, yeah. I recommend signing up. It's been helpful for me. And what I want to do is I want to see how this goes, and then see what I can do at the World Series of Poker this year. I've gone every year for about a decade now. Obviously, no bracelets. I'm working on it though, and hopefully this will be the year that I can get in there and do some good. First time that I've used the solver ever, and I've already identified some leaks in my game. And it's really hard for me to think about poker and focus on this when I'm talking, so forgive if I make mistakes here. So far, it looks like I'm doing all right. I have one EV mistake, so not terrible, considering I'm distracted. That's just a tough spot. I don't know if it's call or fold. Sorry. That's the small blind raise. I think I'm going to fold with one person behind me. Yeah. So this is how it is. This is day 1 Week one, again, just about kind of to make. Let's go through some of the hands a little bit there. You get the picture. And then they started week two, day one. So that was the first week. Was all different positions too, but all pre-flop kind of stuff. And so was week two actually. But week two, day one. Let's see what they did differently here. We're gonna re-raise. Sorry, I'm getting over being sick. I mean, we're not folding kings. We're probably behind against aces, but like we're not folding kings, so yeah. Oh well, just one of those spots. And so that's sorry. Week one is when to know kind of your ranges for when you're raising based on position, range, stack size, when you're going to raise first into the pot pre-flop, and then week two is facing a raise or re-raise. What do? Do you call, fold, or 3-bet? And so it's working on 3-bets pre-flop. And so I anticipate Monday we'll be dealing with sorry, hang on. Post-flop play is my assumption. But it'll be interesting. They've been sort of hyping up what they're going to be doing. Am I folding a suited ace there? I guess because it's under the gun +1. Such an early position raise that we assume that they're stronger, which they probably are, but we got a suited ace, but I guess it's a fold. So there's a mistake. But I'm really interested in seeing how we're going to fare after all this training too. I'll do another video. We're deep enough to call that. Just see it flop. And we'll see, because I did a handful of videos before this, taking this course, and we'll kind of compare. I'll do 25 minutes on those videos or whatever it was, and then or 25 minutes on future videos, same length of time, and we'll see if my EV mistakes are fewer than they were, and we'll see if it worked just even in that regard. But the real trial will be at World Series of Poker this year, so hopefully we'll be able to take down a Bracelet. We're just going to call, I think. Yeah. So anyway, this is week 2. You can see I've made a few mistakes. They look at, for the leaderboard purposes, they look at EV loss percentage. 0.04 isn't bad. Some people are at 0%. They made like perfect decisions the whole time. I kind of think it's shenanigans. I don't know if they're legit posting their actual results or if they're doing it numerous times over and over again in order to improve their scores, or I don't know what they're doing. But maybe people are just playing perfectly fine pre-flop. I'm not. Good timing for that. I'm not one of those people. Let's see, now we're going to fold anyway. So, we'll play a little bit more. I don't think that's good enough. Got a suited ace. It's good enough to call, especially this deep. Hope for some spades. Another suited ace. Deep again. Definitely gonna call. Facing a raise and a re-raise, ace-9 suited. That's an interesting spot. I don't think we're strong enough to call with someone else behind to act. And yeah, I think we're folding. So. 10's about 100 deep. We could probably 3-bet here. Could just flat. Yeah, let's 3-bet. See what it says. Yes. See, and that's the problem. We face 4-bet. I don't think we're strong enough to 5-bet it, and we're not going to shove 100 bigs with 10s, but we're too strong to fold, so we'll call. 60 bigs or raise with 8s. That's easy call. Ace Jack suited. I don't think that's good enough to 3-bet, so we're just going to call. 7-8 off with an under the gun raise. the right time. So much is just waiting for the right cards, being patient. No sense in rushing things. You don't need to force the action on anything. Just wait, wait, wait. And that's what makes World Series of Poker so good. Is the structure allows for that. It allows for you to take your time. Playing like turbos or hyper turbos or whatever online, you're kind of forced into doing certain things. The blinds go up so quick that your stack just naturally diminishes if you're not getting in there. So you really have to widen your range quite a bit. But World Series of Poker, the structure is such that this is interesting. I think we're going to have to call. The structure is such that you can really take your time and wait for your spots. There's no sense in rushing it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I know that's a cliche, but it's true. You really do want to just bide your time and wait for the right spots. And that's one thing that Octopi has done. Ooh, this is interesting. Suited A7, under the gun, +1. We're so early with an under the gun. In real life, I'd be tempted to call because I love suited aces, but I think this is a fold, given our position. Yeah. But one thing that I really love about Octopi is that it is, I forgot where I was going with that, but it's easy to use. It's intuitive to me, anyway. And they talk about it on the Discord channel that you look kind of for patterns. You do enough hands that you start seeing these patterns develop. I really noticed that when I did the small blind training with them on this 12-week program, where you just like the importance of suited or not suited. The small blind's my weak spot, and so the importance of being suited or not suited. This is an interesting spot because we're on the button, but it's an under the gun raise. We have a suited ace. I think we're good enough to call. We're 80 bigs deep. Yeah, and so it is. Yeah, it's really helped me identify those patterns that they were talking about and the importance of being suited or non-suited and paying attention of the position of the raises, just kind of the nuances that you're trying to pick up on everything. And it's just it's helpful. A lot of it's kind of review, like certain things like this is kind of an obvious fold, I think, for pretty much everybody. And so some of the hands are pretty basic decisions. You have aces or kings or queens, you should 3-bet probably, like this one. But it's so it's not complicated. We're not good enough to go all in for 60 bigs with queens. In that way, there are tough spots too, of course, and that's what makes it better. Makes you better is figuring out the tough spots. But it's just, I don't know. It's just really helpful to identify the patterns and just go through it like this. This is interesting because we could kind of slow play our aces and just call. It seems like 80 bigs. I mean, let's go for it. Okay. But yeah, like I said, they don't. See, this is a tricky spot. It's an under the gun raise though, and I think our position. I think we have to fold. But again, it's like a pretty hand in real life that I would be tempted to call. Oh, blunder. Seems like that should be a mistake, not a blunder. Well, usually if you're a blunder, then you're 2 away from the correct decision. Is this going to tell me to 3-bet? No. Huh. I don't know why that was a blunder. Feels like it should have been a mistake. And now we'll just go ahead and call. What the? These are the spots that are tricky to me. Why? What are they saying? I should fold here? Because I got... Oh, did I 3-bet and then they 4-bet? Is that what happened? I'm getting distracted talking. If that's a 4-bet, then I guess, yeah. Huh. I gotta focus. People. If we were suited, I'd be tempted to 3-bet here, but I think we'll just flat. So I'm interested into seeing what kind of this is an interesting spot too. So we call big blind 3-bets and then low jack calls the 3-bet. So do we call, what's the pot at? 30. Calling 10. We're offsuit ace jack. I think it's a fold. It is a fold. Yay. Yeah. tempting, but it's a fold. I still say that one shouldn't have been a blunder, though. But I want to see how it does, again, compared to my other videos, and kind of see how I do once the next 10 weeks are up. I think I can hope for a 5 on the flop there. So yeah, this is basically it. This is interesting. Why is this a call? I'm 100 deep, middle position, under the gun raised, and they're saying I should call. That seems odd to me. It seems really odd to me. And actually, it's 56% raised too. I need to 3-bet more. What did I have? 5-6 suited? You can see it. You can see it here. Interesting. Huh. Interesting hand. Anyway, yeah. And this is basically it. So I recommend it. If you haven't signed up yet, please do it. I think it's really helpful. And like I said, the Discord channel is really helpful. We have Stephen Chidwick jumping in there from time to time, giving some pointers. And, just the whole team over there has been really helpful. And no one's really being... If you ask a stupid question, which I have a few times there, nobody kind of rips into you, nobody insults you or anything like that. They're being very supportive. And, yeah, it's just a good opportunity. And $90 really isn't all that terrible for how robust the information is that you get here and what you could do, and then the program designed specifically for the World Series of Poker, kind of crunching, like what do they call it when you study like at the last minute? Cramming. This is like your 10-week cram session before going into the big series there. So I don't know. I figured I took a chance, and I think it'll pay off. I don't know if I'll get a bracelet, but I think I'll make some deep runs. So more to be revealed, but again, I recommend it. You have 2 more days to sign up. I think once it starts on Monday, once week 3 starts on Monday, March 16th, right? Yeah, 14th. Yeah, Monday, March 16th. Then you can't sign up. That's it. Whoever signed up, signed up. So if you haven't yet, make sure you do it. If you're kicking around the idea and you're kind of on the fence about it, I do recommend it. And like I said, the Discord channel has been really helpful too. And yeah, it's just been really kind of fun to be doing this. And I look forward to the different challenges every day and trying to do the 50 hands and seeing, okay, what are we training on today, and testing it out. So it's been a good time. It's been helpful. I can tell already that I've been making some improvements, minus whatever the heck happened here with that blunder. But I think it'll benefit your game as well if you're on the fence about it. So I recommend it. But that's going to do it for today. Until next time, this is Matt Poker. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.